How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Wish. I know it's been a minute since I've given you guys an update. You guys know how much I love this play from a technical aspect. So you know what? I'm going to give you guys the latest update right now. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is a technical analysis. We want to know the support, we want to know the resistance, and what the price action is really looking like. Yes, it did end up having a pullback, but again, I feel that does open up an opportunity. And then afterwards, we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. We want to know how heavily vested shorts are inside of this play because it will have an impact on the overall stock. And then we're going to go over the order flow distribution, where institutions loading up on shares of Wish today. We're going to find out. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Wish. So let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $6.84, being down 7.32%. On the low, it tested $6.82, and then on the high, testing $7.35. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see it traded at 35.209 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 28.948 million shares. So even though we did have above average volume on the day, you can see there was a good amount of selling pressure with the price we see in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a 1-year daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is at 38.37, so it is in the oversold territory. And when we take a look at our moving averages on the chart, we are below the 100-day, we're also below the 50-day, and we're also below the 21-day EMA. And you guys know how much I love seeing price action above this particular level. But one thing to be aware of, yes, Wish is pulling back, but one thing that we could see clearly, the next area of support would be right here around $6.63. We ended up testing $6.82 on the day, and I feel, you know what, that is not bad. We're just literally just consolidating and building support in this particular area. So if it does decide to pull back even further, I will be adding to my position, because when we take a look at what the downside is actually looking like, we have levels here of $6.25. And taking that into consideration of where it can go as far as what the gap fill is, what I'm looking for is around $9.42. So taking that risk to reward ratio right there, I really do continually love this play. So now, as far as what we want to look forward to, we want to see Wish go back to making that move, getting to this $8 level. We know it's definitely going to be an area of resistance, big time psychological area. You can see we try to make some moves in the past when we tested around the 768 and so on, and we were being met with resistance right at that 21-day EMA. But what I want to see, especially if we have the volume starting to pick up on the buying side, is us getting above $8, making that move to 9, and then getting to that gap fill. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going to keep talking about Wish on this channel, because like I said, I know I sound like a broken record. I feel this play does have some potential, but just taking everything into consideration, the more it decides to pull back, the more I'm going to start adding to my position and so on. So we're on Fintel. We're going to take a look at the recent short interest information for Wish. So as we scroll down on the page, short shares availability is at 8.2 million, updated just now. And as for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 0.70%. Now, when we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of the second, it was at 42.40. The close for the third, it was at 21.18. So it went down quite a bit. And then the close for the seventh, which was yesterday, being at 25.45. So it did go up from what we saw last week, Friday. But one thing to be aware of, we still continue to have short squeeze potential in this play. But also do know, as far as for the overall market sentiment, it has gotten better when we take a look at where it used to be previously. So that's another reason why we want to look forward to seeing some more natural price movements in Wish. But due to the fact that we have the choppy conditions we have inside of the market, we're going to have more volatility ahead. But it doesn't change the fact that I do see this play being able to make some moves, especially if we can get some more volume coming into it and buying pressure. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Wish. So you can see on the inflow is at 51.37, And then on the outflow, it was at 50.97. On the large, we could see on the inflow side, it was 0.58. On the medium, it was 31.14, and then on the small, it was 19.65. When we take a look at the outflow side, we had 0 on the large. On the medium, we had 34.22, and then on the small, we had 16.75. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for today, we ended up having an inflow day being at 577.54. So institutions were loading up on Wish stock for the day. I know many of you will be excited about that. So that's why when you see stocks pulling back and you have a good idea of what the price action is overall in general, you could capitalize on these opportunities, and institutions did this today. I know there was a lot of selling, especially on the retail side, but these are one of the things you want to know and you want to actually have a good understanding of. If you see institutions are buying up shares, but you are selling, you are doing something wrong here, especially if you have high conviction for the play itself. So now let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for Wish stock, I love the pullback that we ended up seeing. And the reason being is it gives me an opportunity to add more to my swing position. You guys know I'm looking forward to seeing that gap fill. So seeing Wish get back to the $9 range. And if I have to wait, I really don't mind doing that, because even if we take a look at the charts, seeing what the risk to reward ratio is, I feel the reward is definitely worth it. But again, this is in my opinion here. This is not financial advice. You need to do your homework and do your due diligence if you're thinking about getting into this play. Of course, the reason why Wish pulled back a lot was due to their earnings report. And I do feel as far as for the next one, there is going to be some anticipation there. And that's part of the reasons why I'm looking forward to seeing that gap actually being filled. Also, we do see that there's a lot of volatility overall inside of the markets. A lot of stocks are pulling back. It's not only the small and the medium cap stocks, we're also seeing this in the big tech stocks as well. So just taking this and keeping it in mind, these are the opportunities you take advantage of actually buying up shares in companies that you believe in. All right. And if you're looking for a swing position or anything off of a technical sense and it's sitting on a support area, or the setup looks really bullish due to the fact the stock is pulling back and there's a good chance there is demand and it can pick back up, again, more opportunities. So when you see these red days, don't get frustrated. Don't get concerned. This is the best time to buy. Am I saying that you need to rush and buy right now? No, but one thing to be aware of, if stocks are continually pulling back, you need to make sure that you're taking advantage of that opportunity. And I want to be very clear about that. You need to get out of the habit of buying stocks while they're running up. Get into the habit when stocks are going down. Pay attention to what support areas are, and then you can have a good idea as far as recovery is concerned and what your game plan will actually look like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.